well. So today we're going to do warm up, tone, and stretch. So it's mostly going to be bar and yoga inspired, but I might pull from some different types of fitness routines. I am certified in bar and yoga. I'm also trained as a wellness coach and I'm an author. So I do have a book out that's all about how to improve your energy and well-being, and I'll share a little bit more about that at the end of our video here. But right now, let's get some exercise. Let me just check and make sure that, yep, we're all set up. Okay, so I've got my mat back here. Hopefully you can see that. I do have some weights. These are 2.5 pound weights, so you could use no weights. You can use maybe 2 pounds, 1 pound, 3 pound. It's up to you. I may or may not use these, or I might use one. Sometimes I like to use just one, so you can see what works for you. We'll probably add those in a little bit later if I use them at all, but it's nice to have. So I've got my weights. You might want a mat. For weights, you could also use a water bottle. So that's usually a pretty good, not too heavy, but gives you a little bit of resistance. You could also grab a chair for later for balance if you want to find something to hold on to. I've got a wall right here, so I'm going to use the wall. But kind of find out what works for you. I'm using a yoga mat. You could also use, this is not a yoga mat, but it's kind of like a thick foam mat. You could try something like that. Or maybe you're on the carpet and that works for you. Okay, and if you want to, you could also grab a block. So I'm going to put my block down here too. I do have some injuries. I've got a shoulder injury. I'm also recovering a little bit from my knee injury, so I may or may not be able to do certain things. So I might cue you to get into something, and then I might personally come out of it, but you could hold it longer. So again, I'm going to keep this kind of maybe more bar inspired. Bar is great because it includes yoga, it includes Pilates, it includes weight training, and it includes dance. So, but again, I might add a little bit more in from some other things. But okay, let's go ahead and get started. So you can start on or off your mat. And also disclaimer, you may see my cat wander into the video or not. His name is Stormy. So, okay, let's start in what they call first position. Hi. So you want to bring your heels together. So this is again for dance, but again, dance is part of bar. So, and you're just going to plie here. So we're warming up. It's going to warm up your legs. It's going to warm up your whole body. You might feel a stretch in your heels. It's kind of nice with adding the dance element in because you can add a little bit of grace in too. So really relax your shoulders, and you're going to stack your shoulders over your hips too. Breathe. Take some nice deeper breaths. Just settle in. And again, if you want to have a chair nearby for balance or maybe a wall, you can add that in. Good job. So maybe do plie and then rise up. So I bring my hands to the center. That gives me balance. And always draw your belly toward your spine. So you could do it like this. Plie, rise up, shoulders relax. Now maybe stay up here. And I don't know if you can see my heels. My heels are off the ground. Again, maybe sure you're really sending your tailbone down to the ground. I'm going to come here to the side so you can see me. Send tailbone down to the ground. Good job. I see someone watching. Hi, guys. Make sure you're breathing. Breathe. Good job. Again, so I've got my heels up. Yeah, now maybe you practice your balance. Bring hands to heart center. This is a little bit of yoga inspired. Shoulders relaxed. Good job. Keep breathing. Bar is great because it's a great way to tone and tone quickly. Hi. Okay, good job. So now I'm going to come off my mat just a little bit, and I see some people are making comments. Hi, guys. Okay, so bring your feet together, and this time maybe hold on to the wall or maybe your chair. And we're still in what's called first position, so your feet are looking like this, heels together, and other arm is open to the side. I'm going to point my right foot to the front and back to the center. Arms are open to the side for balance, and then point your foot to the side, back to the center, alternate. Point foot to the front, center, side, center. Right foot to the front, center, side, center. Good job. Again, this does look like ballet, but you actually do this in barre too. Okay, good job. Let's try the other side. So I'm going to step out a little bit. Again, your arms are to the side for balance. Point foot to the front, center, side, center. Good job. Point to the front, to the side, and to the front, and to the side. Now we're going to come to second position. Step your feet wider. Open your feet to the side, find your turnout. You're going to do plie here, and then maybe rise up. Hands to heart center, plie, and rise up. Now again, you could do this on your mat. You guys, thanks for your comments. I'm not able to see your comments from here, but I'll respond to you later. But thanks for watching, and try to maybe try this yourself. You can also get back on your mat here so you have a little bit more cushioning. Plie, rise up, shoulders relaxed. Plie, rise up. Plie, rise up. Plie, rise up. Good job. Now we're staying here in second position. Again, maybe hold on to a wall or a chair. Your heels are up off the ground, and you're going to do tiny pulses here. Breathe. Good job. Keep breathing. So this is the barre element. Normally, if you were going to do straight up ballet, we wouldn't do this type of move over and over again. This is what makes it barre. Good job, you guys. Make sure you're breathing. All right, good job. Now let's go back to first. And again, maybe hold on to your wall or your chair. So again, your heels are like this together. And you're going to kick your leg to the side. I'm kicking my right leg up. You can brush your foot off the ground. Kick that leg up and breathe. You can point your foot as it goes up. Good job. Okay, let's try the other side. So I'm going to turn a little bit to the side so you can see me. This time do your opposite side, left side. Again, feet are in first position. Brush your leg off the ground and kick it up. Arms are to the side for balance. Breathe. Shoulders relaxed. Good job. All right, now, if you want to, you can grab your weights. I don't know if I can use both weights here. I'm going to try it. Okay, come back to second position. Weights are at the center. You could use 1 or 2 weights or 0. Okay, we're going to do plie and rise up. Heels come up off the ground. Plie, rise up. Belly to spine. Good job. Plie, rise up. 1 more. Then we're going to stay here. Plie, rise up. Now heels are off the ground. Tiny pulses here. Belly to spine. Breathe. You can also be on your mat for this. Good job, you guys. Now we're going to add the weights in more here. Good work. 1 more here. Okay, now let's do our triceps. So I'm going to put 1 weight down, but you could use both. And let's bring that weight up overhead. Here, I'm going to face, I don't know if you can see me better this way. I'll go this way. Yeah, I don't know if my shoulder's going to let me do this. Now you can also add a releve in. Press that weight up. Now, obviously you could drop it back further behind your head. I can't do that today. And then let your heels float up as you press that weight up. Good job. Now let's do triceps another way. You can use 1 or both weights here. We're going to come to what's called warrior 1. Your right foot is facing to the right. Flip your right foot open. Left foot is facing to the front. Flip your right foot open, but your hips are facing toward the front. 1 weight is in either hand. Really find a nice strong warrior here first. Inhale, exhale, shift forward. Now you're going to pulse. Send arms back. Really lengthen through your spine. Now we're going to try something else here. Good job. Now you can keep going on that, or you can follow along with me. Now this time, face both feet to the front first. So you're in a high lunge. So your right foot at first was flipped open. Now face it to the front. Square off hips and shoulders. And then shift your torso forward, let your arms and head float down and your arms float down. You're going to fly arms to the side with or without your weights. And then straighten your leg. Good job. And square off those hips. And then drop back down. Now again, you can do it without your weights too. Rise up. I can't reach my left arm too far. I've got a wall there. Maybe pulse, reach and pulse. Again, you can do this with or without weights. This is warrior 3. Good job. Reach and stretch, and then shift back down. Maybe put those weights down. Let your head float down toward your knee and stretch. Bring head toward knee. Soften through your knees. Good job. Let's try the whole thing again. You can do this with or without your weights. You're going to rise up. Reach arms to the side, leg to the back. Flex your back foot. Reach and stretch. Find your strength and then drop down. Now this time, extend arms back and pulse. Breathe. Good job. Feel free to keep going there or drop your arms down. Nice stretch. Head toward knee. Good job. Now let's just do a little bit of our warrior poses. Put your weights off to the side where you can grab them later. We're going to rise up here into warrior 2. So this time you're going to open your torso to the side. Left knee over ankle. Reach arms to the side. Good job. We're going to do lunge and flow here. Inhale, straighten knee, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, exhale, open into warrior 2. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, open. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now, we're going to do extended side angle. Press your left arm into your leg. Reach other arm up to the sky so you can stay up high. Or maybe you're reaching down further. It's up to you. Meaning reaching this arm further down toward your leg. Now let's do triangles. So we're going to rise back up and straighten your front leg. Keep your knees soft. Arms are open first. Inhale. Exhale, shift forward. And then stretch down. Reach left arm toward foot, right arm to the sky. Make sure you're breathing here. Nice deep breaths. Good job, you guys. You could stay there again if you want to, or you can rise back up into warrior 2. Now, we're going to face back to the front, warrior 1. So again, square off those hips. Yeah, you can either do a lunge or warrior 1. It's up to you. If you're doing warrior 1, your right foot's flipped open a little, or you can just face both feet in like train tracks. It's up to you. Reach arms up. Inhale. And then exhale. Bring hands to heart center. Now we're going to do warrior 3 here. We're going to fly arms back. Reach arm back. Find your balance. Really ground through your foot here. Flex your foot. Square off your hips. Now you can also move your arms around if you want to challenge your balance. You could reach arms to either side or maybe to the front. Breathe. Now maybe standing splits. Reach right leg up to the sky. Head to nose. Hips are square. Good job. And then just bring right foot down to left foot, stretch. Forward fold. And then let's rise up. We're going to come to chair. Hands to heart center. Good job. Inhale and exhale, switch to the right. So I'm going to come this way so you can see me. I'm here in chair pose. Inhale and exhale. Twist to the right. Breathe. Back to the center again. You could stay here longer. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Breathe. Good job, you guys. Feel free to stay for longer, or you can exhale back into forward fold. Now I'm going to make my way to the other side. Bring your weights with you. You may or may not have to adjust here. I'm coming to the other side so you can see me. First, get that nice stretch and forward fold. Maybe give yourself a hug. Maybe toe heel feet so they come underneath your hips. Arms grab onto opposite elbows, ragdoll, sway side to side. Really let your head float down here. Breathe. And always listen to your body. Do what's best for you. Good job. Come back down to the center. And let's just roll here. One vertebra at a time. Knees are soft. Roll up. Good job. So we're going to do the other side. Maybe here just do some shoulder shrugs. We have to make sure we stay even. Now I haven't done a lot of yoga in quite a while because of my injuries, so I'm kind of getting back up to speed here too. I used to teach a lot of yoga and practice a lot of yoga, but it's so good for you, and I love barre too. So I also used to dance professionally, so I love barre because it mixes all of them, but this could still be considered barre because we are adding some elements in with the weights. So again, you can use your weights or not. Let's come to warrior one on this side. So this time I've got my right knee over right foot, left foot is flipped open. You can find what feels good with your arms. I'm going to bring my hands to heart center. You can also reach arms up to the sky. Take some nice deep breaths here first. And then let's come into a lunge. So both feet are facing now to the front in train tracks. Again, hands could be at heart center, or maybe you reach arms up to the sky. Find your balance here. Feel that nice stretch here. And then let's pick up our weights. Yeah, now you could stay here, and you can do this with or without weights. We're going to shift forward. And maybe tiny pulses here. Always listen to your elbows and joints. Try to square off your hips. Good job. And then we're going to drop arms down. Now on this side, I'm not going to use the weights, but you could use the weights. We're going to fly arms up to the side, leg to the back. The weights are nice too, because you can also use them to balance on when you're down low. It's a nice way to kind of raise yourself up a few inches. Okay, we're going to rise up. Reach arms to the side, leg to the back. Maybe you have your weights, maybe you don't. Really find your balance here with your right foot. Your back foot is flexed to help you balance. Good job. And then come back down. Feel that nice stretch here, nose to knee. This is a really great way to build strength pretty quickly, especially if you add the weights in, but again, that's up to you. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Rise up. Maybe you have your weights, maybe you don't. Rise up. Flex that back foot, really lengthen. Inhale, exhale, come down when you're ready and stretch. Square off hips. Good job. Again, feel free to stay there longer, or you can rise up. Flip open your back foot. We're going to rise up here into warrior two. I hope I didn't forget anything on this side. I may have. All right, good job. Let's do lunge and flow here. So we're here in what's called warrior two. Inhale, hands to heart center. Straighten more that front leg, and then exhale, open back. Inhale, rise up. Find your breath here. Exhale, open. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open. Now this time we're going to go into extended side angle. So you can drop your right arm down, press it into the inner part of your right leg, send the left arm up to the sky. Again, you can always go down further to reaching further down toward the ground. Good job. Feel free to hold this longer, or you can rise up. You're gonna straighten that front leg. Keep your right knee soft though. We're gonna take an inhale first, shift forward, and then triangle. Reach right foot down toward your foot, left arm up to the sky. You could also create a twist here if that feels good to you. My shoulder is mostly cooperating here. Again, feel free to stay longer in triangle, or you can float back up. I'll meet you back in warrior two. Good job. Now let's come to the center. Again, you could grab one or both weights here. I'm going to use just one, and we'll do tiny pulses here. And again, find a second position where you could rise up again. Plie, maybe let your heels float up. Good job. Should we try adding both weights in? If you want to grab your other weight, you can. Let's see if my body's going to let me do this. Plie, rise up, shoulder press. Plie, press up, belly to spine. Good job. And press up. Feel free to keep going there, or you can drop your weights down. Let's come back to, we'll do our chair pose again. You can do this with or without weights. Inhale, exhale, sitting back down into chair. So really imagine that you're sitting into your heels. Now you can add a twist in here if you want. Inhale, and exhale, twist to the right. I'm going to put one weight down there, but keep one. You're going to feel kind of a burning right here in your thighs. That's good. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. I'm going to come this way so you can see me. Good job. Exhale, forward fold here. So again, just find your breath. You can put your weights down. Maybe give yourself a hug here. You should feel really nice stretching your hamstrings. Maybe you stay there a little bit longer. Put your weights off to the side. And then just roll up slowly. Now I remember what I forgot. Let's come back to warrior. Let's come back to lunge on our second side. Hands to heart center, find your balance. We're going to do our standing splits here. So let's go first into warrior three. We're going to build strength here. And then we'll go from warrior three into standing splits. So warrior three, again, you could keep hands at heart center. Square off your hips. Maybe you even fly arms to the side or the front. And when you're ready, inhale and exhale, standing splits. Leg reaches up to the sky, head toward your nose. You can stay there if you want. Whenever you're ready, you can bring left leg to meet right leg, forward fold, give yourself a hug. Should be getting easier and easier to stretch as we go along here. And then roll back up. So let's do a little bit more stretching now. So we're going to do prasarita, which is a wide-legged forward fold. So you're going to step your feet, they're facing to the front, but they're open wide. You're going to stretch forward. I'm going to come, see this way you can see me. I've got one foot on my mat now, one foot off my mat, but you might want to have both feet on your mat. You're going to do a wide-legged forward fold here. So I'm going to come back on my mat so I'm even. Now you can even walk your hands over toward right leg. Get a deeper stretch. Maybe even put left hand on the ground or on a block. And reach right arm up to the sky. Nice stretch here. You've got your head below your heart. It's going to be really good for your nervous system. Hands back to the center. Maybe walk both hands over toward your left side. You can stay there and stretch, or maybe place right hand on your block or mat. Reach left arm up to the sky. And then come back down and stretch. Oh yeah, my cat just made an appearance there. Okay, prasarita. Then bend your knees here and let's roll up. One vertebra at a time. Okay, good job, you guys. Let's do a little bit more. So let's use our weights a little bit more. So again, you can skip the weights too. You can do this just without them as well. Let's do some shoulder shrugs here. Breathe. Again, always listening to your body. If anything is painful, you want to adjust or skip. Let's do our bicep curls. I don't usually do too many of these because I'm often doing things normally in life that kind of work out my biceps a lot, so I don't do a lot of them, but I also know that of course you want to stay balanced with everything that you're doing. And for something like this, of course, you could even have a couple sets of weights, so maybe you have a heavier set of weights. If this feels too easy at the 2 pounder, again, I have 2.5 pounds. Yeah, good job. Okay, let's go back to triceps again. So again, I'm using one weight here, and my shoulder's not going to cooperate very much, but you can see what I'm doing. I'm dropping it behind and pressing it up. Now, we can also add this in, bring your heels back together, plie, and then press it up. So you're practicing your balance too. Again, feel free to hold on to, I'm going to do this with, so you can see, yeah, you could even potentially do it with one arm if the weight's not too heavy. I think my shoulder is only going to allow me to do it with one arm. But make sure you have something to hold on to. If you want to try it from first position, plie, press it up. Plie, press it up. Okay, good job. And again, feel free to keep going there. You can put those weights down. Actually, you know what? Let's do some squats. You can do this with or without weights. Squats are a great way to build strength, and it's also good for, I found that it really helped my knee start to heal. So, you know, it's really up to you with or without the weights. I might put these weights down at some point, but you can kind of find a stance that feels comfortable for you. And we're going to squat. Make sure you're really sitting into your heels, and maybe you press those weights up as you rise up. And squat, press up. If you were to do it without your weights, you can keep hands at heart center. Yeah, so adjust for your body. If you want to add some more resistance in, use your weights. Good job. Squat. Now, let's bring feet in a little bit closer together. You can put your weights down for this. Again, maybe you're holding onto a chair or the wall for this. So this time, we're not doing a wide-legged stance. Feet are in closer together. Make sure you have something to hold on to. Let's do squats here. So this is more bar related. Our feet are closer together. It's almost like we're doing chair, but we're doing squats and chair. Breathe here. And maybe you add even a releve here. So plie and rise up. Now you can stay here with heels off the ground and pulse. Feet are both facing to the front. I don't know if you can see my feet. Heels are off the ground. This will help you with your balance and building strength. I also call this sixth position in dance. Good job. Feel free to keep going there if you want. Otherwise, let's come back to first position. Let's come back to a lunge, a high lunge. So again, find your balance here. You can bring hands to heart center. Maybe arms are open to the side. You could reach arms up over your head. Let's try a twist here. So I'm going to face, I think you can see me from here, yeah. We're going to take an inhale, and on an exhale, we're going to open across our body. So keep going, turning the direction of your leg that's to the front, and reach arms front to back. We can start to add those twists in now that we're more warmed up. Hands back to heart center, high lunge. And now drop heads and hand down toward the mat. You can even flip your right foot open or just keep it facing to the front. Let's try that standing split again here. So again, you're going to reach right leg up to the sky. Now, if you're feeling like you're strong enough today, maybe Maybe you go from standing split up to warrior three. See if my body will let me do this today. Rise up. Good job. And then open into warrior two. Let's do reverse warrior. Inhale here, exhale, right arm floats down, left arm reaches up and stretch. Or you could also do peaceful warrior, hand to heart. Sending that energy back. Back to warrior two, and again, triangle. Reach and stretch down. Up to the sky. Kind of reversing that energy here. It should be getting easier and easier to stretch and tone as the more you get warmed up. Back to warrior two. Let's pass through goddess. Feet open to the side, or like a second position, a very wide second position. And tiny pulses here, breathe. Find your breath. Good job. Let's do the other side. We're going to come to a high lunge on the other side. Square off those hips, find your balance. And then just stretch forward. Again, you can even flip open your left foot here. Soften through your right knee. Now we're going to rise up, or attempt to rise up into warrior three here. So I recommend now squaring off feet. Feet are in train tracks. Nice deep inhale here. On an exhale, rise up to warrior three. And again, arms can be where they're comfortable for you. And then coming into a standing split. I may have gotten that in reverse order there. Again, you can feel free to stay longer, or you can rise into warrior two. Breathe. We're going to reverse our warrior here. Inhale and exhale, shift that energy back. You can look over your back shoulder, or maybe you're looking up toward your front hand. Breathe. Yoga is great because it kind of moves between strengthening and surrendering poses. And again, I love to mix a lot of elements. That's why I love Barre, because it kind of mixes everything, but yoga is a great default as well. And then let's come back to triangle. So we're going to straighten your front leg more. Inhale here, exhale, shift forward. Finding your range of motion in the moment, breathe. Always breathing. I'm hoping I can remember what I did next. It's possible I'll forget. Rise up. Back to warrior two, back to goddess. Tiny pulses. Good job. Let's do just a little bit more here. So let's come back to the other side. We're back to a high lunge. We're going to go down to a low lunge. So again, you might want to use your blocks here. Or you can feel free to stay up here if you want. Let's drop down to a low lunge, and you can rest your right knee on your mat and rest the tops of your toes on your mat. You're going to feel a deeper stretch here. Left knee is over your ankle. You can even grab a block to, if you want to be up a little bit higher. Breathe. You're going to feel a pretty intense stretch in your right hip flexor. Just breathe into it. Always listening to what your body's limits are. And again, you could stay there longer, or you could start to shift back. Square off your hips and flex your left foot. Hands are on either side of your leg. You can stay up high, or maybe you take an inhale, and on an exhale, try to bring your nose more closer to your knee. And feel free to stay longer there, or we'll shift to the other side. So you can come to standing on your knees. We're just going to step right foot front. You can even bring both hands to the inside of your left foot. Rest your left knee on your mat, resting on the tops of your toes. Now, I have a little bit of an injury on this side as well. I have a lot of injuries right now, so I'm actually going to tuck my toes under and place them on the mat, but normally you'd want to brush your toes on the top of your mat. You just adjust for your body, breathe. Again, it's a little more of an intense stretch. Something you only want to do after you warm up. Whenever you're ready, you can shift back, square off hips, flex right foot, hands on either side of your right leg, bring nose to knee. Breathe. Again, you can stay here longer. Sometimes we need a bit of a deeper stretch in one side or the other. I'm going to sit down. I don't know if you can see me on the ground. I hope you can. Let's bring our feet together, almost like a butterfly pose. Relax your shoulders, find your breath here. Even close your eyes. Maybe even stretch forward as far as your body allows. Rise up, maybe reach right arm up, left arm to the side, and do a nice side body stretch. Try the other side. You could use your block here too. Let's come back to the center and we'll keep our left knee bent, extend right leg out, and try something similar here. Let's just reach and stretch to the right side. Again, this might look backwards to you. So you could start with either side. Thank goodness we only have two sides, so. Again, you're going to feel more of a stretch in your inner leg there too, as well as through your hips, and then you can reverse. Extend other leg out. And you can always just stay here in the center, or maybe you reach and stretch to the side. This side, my body doesn't want to go as far. We're always trying to do several types of stretches and move through space, many different directions. Let's extend both legs out. Again, it's probably good to be on a mat right now, so it's more comfortable. Now, I'm going to do one that I have not done in a while. This is called stirring the pot, and it can be a very intense stretch, but, well, first, let's just hold here. So you can maybe stretch forward or just hold. Maybe reach side to side here. Feeling a little bit of a stretch in your side body. Other side. A little bit of a twist you can add in as well. We'll try stirring the pot. I don't know if my body's going to let me stir the pot today. Imagine you're stirring a pot. It's not Halloween yet, so you don't have to imagine that we're a witch, but sometimes that's what pops into my head. This is a very intense stretch. Again, you can kind of modify for your body. Another way to do it is kind of maybe like walk slowly through the stretch from one side to the other and just really breathe into it. This definitely gets easier over time. You can even hold on one side, try to bring nose toward knee. Just going at your own pace. Seeing what your body needs in the moment. Maybe you hold in the center. Finding whatever feels good for you there. Okay, good job. Now, let's come this way. So we're the long way on our mat. Line up feet with hips. Hands are going to be facing toward your feet. And you're going to lift your hips up. Now, my shoulder's not going to let me do this very much, but you might be able to go up further than me. Hopefully my shoulder will heal here. Good job. And then let's come up to boat. So this will build some nice core strength. A lot of yoga builds core strength anyway. You might feel it when you're, after you've done extended side angle or triangle. This is also a great way to build it. So you can rock back. This is boat. You keep holding on to the front of your shins, or maybe you reach arms open to the side. If you're If you're feeling pretty strong, or if you've been doing this for a while, you can even extend legs out. There are many variations on boat. Again, find where your kind of the edge of your strength is, and then hold and breathe there. So now some people believe that you want to push that limit to build, and there is a lot of truth to that. Um, I tend to work with people who are building their energy as well. So I'm back here in a butterfly pose. In that case, you want to work within your energy envelope and not push the limit if you're trying to build your energy back up. So there are two ways of looking at it. If you're more interested in building up your resilience and energy without kind of burning yourself out, if you're more prone to being burned out or developing chronic fatigue or energy issues, then work within your energy envelope when you're doing movement. If you do fine with energy and you have good energy in general, then yes, you can push that limit when it comes to exercise or building strength. So those are two different ways of looking at it. I tend to work within my energy envelope, but I go right up to the edge. You can still build strength that way. And then let's just do a really basic seated forward fold. Knees are soft. You can reach toward your toes. You can even wrap arms underneath knees, whatever feels good for you here. We can even add a little bit of a twist in here. Inhale first and then exhale, maybe gently look to the right. Again, hold and adjust for your body. If you were to go the other direction, gently look to the left. Back to the center. Maybe you can, another way to do this is to bend your knees more and to hold onto your feet and then extend them out and then ease into that stretch. And then let's try a twist from here. So you can cross right knee over left. Maybe wrap left elbow around right knee and then just walk your right hand behind you. Again, adjust for your body. Take a few rounds of breath here. We usually only do twists and also kind of stretching, those deeper stretches and stretching hips after we've warmed up. Hold there longer, unwind. Let's do the other side. Cross left knee over right. You're going to wrap right elbow across left knee. Reach left arm behind you, maybe even gazing over your shoulder. Unwind whenever you're ready. Let's try that stir the pot one more time and see if by any chance it's easier to do. Maybe slightly easier. Okay, so first maybe again start with easing into it in any capacity that works for you. When I used to do ballet back in the day, we used to have these, the floorboards were like separated each by about an inch, and we had to do this type of stretch, and normally we'd only have like one or two floorboards that we were missing, meaning like our turnout and our stretch was, we were aiming for almost like zero floorboards. So I would maybe get to 2 inches. I'm nowhere near that now. So I'd probably count 10, 12, 15 of those, the kind of inch long or 2 inch long floorboards. That's okay. And then maybe try the stir the pot again. Or again, I'm going to try just walking hands through, but you could also stir the pot if maybe you're feeling more flexible. Again, breathe into it. Another one I used to do when I was trying to improve my turnout was I would place my feet facing toward a couch and then pull myself in closer to the couch like this, but pull myself in closer to it, and that would help me stretch. But that might be a young person's game. I don't know. This stretch does get easier though over time. You could stir that pot or maybe just walk through it. Yeah, good job. And then let's come back one more time into butterfly pose, or you could just cross legs. This one sometimes takes some time to ease into as well. If you want to find a final resting pose, whether that's crossing legs, you could do lotus or half lotus if you know what that is and you're feeling flexible. I might stay here just in this butterfly pose a little bit. Um, Again, maybe get a little bit more of a stretch in here. And you can do that side body. I think I'm going to extend one leg out and let's stretch. One more stretch here before we head into Shavasana. Any final stretches that feel good to you, and then when you're ready, let's come back to boat pose. And we'll do a little bit of final strengthening here, and then we're going to head down into what they call Shavasana, which is where you can kind of rest and integrate your practice. So you can stay here in boat pose. If you want to, again, you can shift back, maybe flex your feet, maybe reach arms out. If you're feeling more warmed up, you could even twist side to side here, building more strength, adding that twist in. You can even extend legs up if you're feeling like you're feeling strong enough or maybe more warmed up. Always meet me back here in basic boat pose, wrapping hands across the outer edges of your shins. When you're ready, we're going to draw belly to spine and roll down slowly toward your mat, one vertebra at a time. Now let's do what they call butterfly pose or Supta Baddha Konasana on the ground here. So knees are open to either side, the soles of your feet are together. Just get comfortable here. Breathe. You might even do a few stretches on the ground here. That usually feels pretty good after we've been working out. So you could stay here in butterfly pose or maybe extend legs out, left leg out, and draw your right leg towards your body. You could even bring nose to knee. I don't know if you can see me right now, so I'm going to talk you through this. You're drawing right leg towards your body. You're resting on the ground, left leg's extended out. And you can even bend your right knee here and open your right knee to the side. Maybe even extend right leg open, support your right leg on the bottom. You've got the advantage of gravity here. Maybe bend your right knee again, and this time, left hand holds on the outer side of your right knee, and you can gently draw your leg across your body. Find your range of motion here. You're going to feel a nice stretch in your hips. You can stay there longer, maybe come back to one more stretch in the center. Bring nose to right knee. And then extend right leg out. Let's bend our left knee, draw it up toward your chest. Maybe you stay here or extend left leg up. You can stay here and feel that nice stretch in your hamstring. And you know, if one side is different than the other, you can adjust for your body. Maybe bring nose to knee, or you can keep your head on the ground and just rest and stretch. Bend your left knee and right hand gently draws your left knee across your body. Breathe here. You should feel really good after working out. And then let's go the other direction. This time let your left knee fall open to the left side. Now I've got a wall here, so I'm not going to be able to open my leg, but you might be able to extend your leg open as well. Let's come back to the center. Give yourself a hug. You can even wrap arms underneath legs. Give yourself a hug, and then I'll meet you back in butterfly pose. Bringing the soles of your feet together, let your knees fall open, maybe even arms come above your head. You can rest arms on the ground or just rest arms open to either side, palms are open. Now let's do tree pose on the ground. This feels really good on the ground. You can keep your left leg where it is, left knee is bent, and extend right leg out. It's almost like doing tree pose, but it's a little easier, and you've got the kind of the weight of gravity to help you to stretch more in tree pose. Stay longer on that side or pass back through butterfly pose. And then this time, keep right knee bent, right knee's falling open, extend left leg out and straight. Breathe and stretch. We're going to come to Shavasana pose here. Extend both legs out. Just let your feet fall open. Palms are open. Get comfortable on your mat or the carpet, wherever you are. Close your eyes. Just integrate your practice. We're talking about creating more peace of mind here, more mental health or more mental clarity. Just let your mind relax along with your body. One of the big reasons that we do yoga is to get all that excess energy out so that our minds can relax more and find more peace. If you need to do any final stretches, feel free to do them, or you can just stay here in Shavasana, whatever's comfortable for you. Maybe you stay with feet extended open, or maybe you come back to butterfly or back to tree pose on the ground. We're finding that peace and stillness wherever you are. You can stay there longer whenever you're ready. You can draw knees back and toward your chest, give yourself a hug. Now you can roll to one side coming into a fetal pose if you want, or maybe you just pull yourself back up to seated. So again, find what feels good to you, and you can find a final resting pose. I'm going to come back to butterfly pose here. Close your eyes, getting comfortable, or you can sit cross-legged, and you can place your hands where they're comfortable. You could bring them to heart center, or maybe let your palms fall open. You could even bring index finger and thumb together, or middle finger and thumb, or just let your palms fall open. That's a nice way to kind of express openness. This is hands to heart center, is kind of sending more, cultivating more of that heart energy. Close your eyes here. And getting comfortable. Thank you for practicing with me today. That was definitely kind of a mix of barre and yoga for sure. I hope you found this useful, and thank you for your comments. I'll have to respond to you in just a little bit here. Feel free to stay wherever you are. And thank you for watching. And yes, I also wanted to I'm wanted to let you know that I'll be doing more of these types of yoga videos, barre videos, fitness videos, like I write, and it's all about how to help improve energy and well-being. I'm going to share it here if I can grab it. And this may look backwards to you. Yeah, it looks backwards, but it's called The Memory of Health, A Journey to Well-Being, and you can find this on Amazon. It's also as an ebook on there, or a physical book as an ebook. You can find it on Kindle Unlimited. It's also available in an interior color on lulu.com. And I do talk about yoga in there in many, many different ways to improve energy. And also, if you have chronic fatigue for any reason, it goes into great detail about what may cause chronic fatigue. And I am someone who does everything they can to improve energy. Things like yoga do help me. And like I mentioned in this video, I was also a fitness instructor for a really long time. So I plan to make more videos in one way or another. And yeah, so thank you so much for checking this out on my channel. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Now all I have to do is figure out how to end this. That is the question. I do not know.